Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We're still smiling, we're still full of joy after yesterday's fantastic draw. I appreciate the support all of you have given me personally and some of the other lads as well. I know you've enjoyed the reactions to the draw of the Champions League quarterfinals and onwards. Obviously the semi-final gone in our favour if we do make it. The route to the final and the route to Istanbul is there if Chelsea want to take it. Now we have to get past Porto, we'll see what happens, but our chances of silverware this season all of a sudden is starting to look really promising, and that starts tomorrow against Sheffield United in the FA Cup quarterfinals, where hopefully if we get past Sheffield United we go to Wembley, because now obviously semi-finals take place at Wembley. I'm not entirely in favour of that personally. I think Wembley should be there for the final like it used to be. I think a semi-final at a neutral venue like Old Trafford, if, you know, United aren't involved, or Villa Park or wherever, that's where it should be. And then Wembley is the place for the final. Now, you know, TV money and all this and the other, and sponsorships, and, you know, Wembley semi-final all of a sudden is a moneymaker. I think that's probably why that decision was taken in. However, it will be a game at Wembley, semi-final, and it would go in our favour. You know, our draw in the Champions League yesterday went in our favour. Can you imagine if we get Southampton, who have knocked Bournemouth out in their quarter-final after beating them 3-0. If we got Southampton in the semi-final of the FA Cup now, I mean, the route to the final for the FA Cup is in our favour. So we'll see what happens. We can't, you know, count our luck just yet. I mean, we could yesterday for the Champions League, but not for the FA Cup. We'll see what happens, but we've got to get past Sheffield United first. Takes place tomorrow lunchtime, 1:30 p.m. kickoff UK time. So make sure you guys are tuned in at the correct time. I will be doing a watch long for that. Before we get into today's nitty gritty, Chelsea Sheffield United and the match preview, I'm going to ask you guys, if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, smash like button if you do enjoy this video. Make sure you check out my Patreon with extra exclusive content, patreon.com/YTF. You'll find the YTF podcast on there, you'll find Younes Reacts, as well as upcoming Q&As and upcoming live streams with you patrons personally, so it's going to be cool. And check out the YTF podcast clips channel, which has newly been launched as well. Link is in the description and up here as well. Now, Chelsea Sheffield United FA Cup quarterfinals. Let's be realistic here, yeah? We look at this fixture and we look at Sheffield United and the way that they've been playing. I mean, absolutely horrendous. Them getting rid of Chris Wilder, I don't think has helped the situation. If I'm not gonna lie, Chris Wilder was a manager that took them from League One all the way to the Premier League. Some results go completely wrong. Last season they done incredibly well. They were even in contention for getting a European spot. I mean, that is unbelievable. This season it's gone all over the place. They are statistically the worst performing side in English top flight football. Now, for those that don't understand what it means, not just the Premier League. The Premier League was formed in 1992. After it was revamped from the English First Division. Before, the Premiership, or the Premier League as we know it now, used to be the First Division. That's it. You had the English First Division, the Second Division, the Third Division, and this, that, and the other, and then the Conference. Then it got changed to the Premier League, or the Premiership at the time, and now we know it as the Premier League. That change came in 1992. They're talking about, since English top flight football began, since the English First Division began, this Sheffield United team of this season is the worst performing English top flight side ever. That says something. Sitting with 14 points in the Premier League. As I've said, they're all over the place. Leicester City pasted them 5-0 in their last game. There is absolutely no reason, especially with the form that we are in under Thomas Tuchel and the way that we're playing, with the confidence, especially with how solid we are at the back, and now the chemistry is starting to form. Results are going in our favour. We're not conceding goals. I would be seriously surprised if we somehow bottled it at home, Stamford Bridge, against this Sheffield United team. No disrespect to Sheffield United. I think they've got many problems on and off the pitch, but honestly, there just is no reason why we shouldn't be, I don't want to say destroy. I think that can be a harsh word, especially in the respect of the FA Cup. And you know, anything can happen, especially in a football game like this. But realistically, we should be winning this comfortably. If we move to team news, Thomas Tuchel has outlined the situation in terms of our injuries. Thiago Silva will still be out. He's not going to be rushed back just yet. And I think it's safe to say we're performing quite well without him. That's a given. And whatever 11 Thomas Tuchel goes with, it works. This is why from now on, I don't care what he plays. I don't care. I'm going to see the lineups released. And I know the meltdowns that many Chelsea fans used to have, me included, when we see the starting lineup before every single game, right? And now I really don't care. Now, it's gone back to how it used to be years ago, before social media existed, which is such a beautiful thing to say. I do miss those times where things were more simple. But back then, you'd see the 11 and you'd go, all right, cool, nice one, up the Chelsea, go on, lads, we're backing you all the way. And that's it. No one really gave much of attention to the starting 11, and no one really criticised, he's made a horrific decision, what is he doing, doesn't know what he's doing. None of that really existed back then. It was just, you see the lineup, cool, up the Chelsea, and that's it. We've now come back to that. Thomas Tuchel now, whatever 11 he plays, the team gets the job done. So I'm cool, Jorginho's in the team, great. If he's not in the team, cool, we still get a result. Mason Mount's in the team, cool. If he's not in the team, we still get a result, cool. Timo Werner in the team, cool. If he's not in the game, we still get a result, cool. Regardless, Kante, flipping at this rate, you put Kepa in goal, I don't think we're going to concede. And that says something. So we'll see. I'm honestly really confident with the team selections that Thomas Tuchel brings to the forefront. I have full faith in Thomas Tuchel and his selection process and his methodology and what he's bringing to this Chelsea team, how he's united the entire squad, and I'm all for it. Results keep coming in. We look solid. We're not conceding. We're not losing. It's fantastic. It's honestly fantastic. So in regards to this game, Thiago Silva, as I've said, is already out. Tammy Abraham returns. He is now fit. I don't think he'll be fit enough to probably play, but we'll see him on the bench. In terms of the starting 11, though, I'm going to tell you what I think Thomas Tuchel should do, but don't hold me to it. As I've said, whatever he chooses, I think you should be cool with, because I will be. Let's get into the starting 11. Formation that I would go with would be a 3-4-2-1/1-2, because I do believe that we should have that hybrid. Now we're playing against Sheffield United. We don't need to be, defensive. We don't need to go all out attack. I think we can be sensible. It is an FA Cup quarter-final, so there has to be an element of respect there. But 3-4-2-1, let's go with. Kepa in goal needs to come in now. It's the FA Cup. He should be given the opportunity. He should be given his chance. And it would be a good indication. All due respect, I don't think Sheffield United are going to score, but it would be a good indication to see how he does with a very well-performing defence, And I know it's not going to be the ultimate test, as I've said, because it's Sheffield United, all due respect, but it would be a good game for Kepa to come in, have 90 minutes, give Edouard Mendy a rest. He's been absolutely tremendous, Edouard Mendy. Every time our defence, somehow let something through, Mendy is there to save the day. So, they're working together fantastic. Mendy and the defence, brilliant. So, Kepa deserves an opportunity. We see how he gets along. And hopefully he doesn't concede. We move into the back three. I think this back three should remain unchanged from the game against Atletico Madrid. I think we should have Azpilicueta as right centre-back. I think we should have Kurt Zouma as the centre-back. And we should have Mr. Tony Rudiger as left centre-back, who has been an absolute tank. But Zouma done very well against Atletico in the absence of Christensen. I don't think Christensen is ready yet because he had an illness. I don't think after a couple of days he's going to be all back to 100%. I think he needs to work his way back in, and I think for the next game Christensen will be fully available. So we'll give him a chance to completely recover from whatever he has. I don't know if he's got a cold or something, but he's got something. Not COVID, something. And Zouma as the centre-back in the middle, fantastic. Those three against Atletico looked great. I have full faith against Sheffield United that they will be just as solid. If we move forward now, the two in a pivot. This is where it gets interesting because Kante put one hell of a shift in. One hell of a shift. For me, he deserves a rest. He should take the day off. Put your feet up and go, enjoy your day off. Go and have ice cream or do what you want to do. I don't know. But you can just take the day off and chill because he deserves that. Against Sheffield United, I think we can do without Kante. Jorginho was suspended for the Atletico Madrid game, so I think he should return for this one. He will be ready at 100%. He's technically rested because he was suspended, so I'm sure he'll be raring to go. For me, Jorginho comes in. Alongside that, I've seen some calls for Billy Gilmour, but I think we need to still respect that this is a FA Cup quarter-final. We can't just let our guard down completely. I think we do need to have at least some sort of a strong team out, and just make sure we get the job done, because now we're talking about silverware. This isn't the third round. This is the quarterfinal, So as much as I trust Billy Gilmour, and I think later on, if we've got the game in the bag, we can bring him on for half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. That's what I would do. But I would start with Kovacic next to Jorginho. We know that we are going to be dominating the game tomorrow. I think Sheffield United are going to be the ones sitting back a little bit. With all due respect, I think they're going to be a bit scared of us. So we're going to have possession. We're going to have domination. We're going to have control. That gives complete freedom for Jorginho and Kovacic to just do their thing. So I would play the both of them in the double pivot. As right wing back, I think Reece James will not be, relied on, because we don't need to be defensively solid or, defensively stable, and to have Reece James there to be, a big, nice right wing back there that no one's going to get past. I think we're going to have to be a bit more attacking. So for me, Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi as right wing back tomorrow. He has license to go all out attack, bomb that right hand side, terrorize them, do what you got to do, and, hopefully get on the score sheet or provide an assist. Left wing back, I've seen calls for Emerson to play just because he came on for 30 seconds and scored against Atletico Madrid, okay? And as good as that was, I completely understand, as good as that was, and I think he could do a shift tomorrow against Sheffield United, but just as I made my previous point, I think we can't let our guard down completely. As I've said, it's an FA Cup quarter-final. That still needs to be respected. We need to put out a strong team. Alonso was the one that played against Atletico Madrid. Chilwell came on with Emerson. They both had equal minutes, but for me, Chilwell comes back in to this as the left wing back. I think it's safe to say him and Alonso are the two that have to rotate in between themselves. And Emerson, as I've said, if he does play tomorrow, I'm cool with that. Fine. No problem. As I've said, I trust Thomas Tuchel and whatever he goes with now, fully, 100%. But I think Chilwell is the more reliable one at left wing back, and if Alonso's not playing, Chilwell is the man to go to. So for me, he starts. We move a little bit more forward as the number 10, you could say. Mason Mount has to make his return. He, like Jorginho, rested whilst they were both suspended against Atletico Madrid. So especially Mason Mount, he's had time to recover and get back to 100%. I'm looking forward to seeing him play all 90 minutes tomorrow with, capacity energy at the max, full. So Mason Mount in that role, can't wait to see what he's going to do. Hopefully with a license to really attack and go all out. I'm hoping he gets on the score sheet tomorrow, fingers crossed. Next to him, Kai Havertz. Now Kai Havertz, the hybrid, in between the striker and Mason Mount, as the guy that can offer himself as a second striker, but also offer himself as a second number 10. Kai Havertz has been brilliant since he's really got into the team against Everton. Fantastic game against Leeds. Looked okay. Against Atletico, played off the park. Absolutely fantastic. And this game, I think he needs to start as well. Let's get him back into the rhythm of things. Ziyech, I know, would be one that I think many would call for, especially after his game against Atletico Madrid. But for me, with an attacking lineup and with Mason Mount coming back into the team, for this one at least, well, he can have a rest as far as I'm concerned. And maybe for the next game after the international break, we can bring Ziyech back in. Or, just like Billy Gilmour, he can come on with 30 or 40 minutes to go and have a nice go in the second half. We'll see what happens. But for me, Kai Havertz, up front, Timo Werner, of course. Let's hope he gets on the score sheet tomorrow. We're going to have a very attacking team. I hope he can link up very well with Kai Havertz, with Mason Mount, with the overloading wing-backs, and fingers crossed he scores. That would be lovely against Sheffield United. I expect him to. Hopefully he does. That would be my starting 11. Now, in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to go on a confident one here. I'm going to go Chelsea. Here's the thing, realistically, Sheffield United, we should be scoring 3, at least. I'm sorry. If Leicester City are putting 5 past them, as easy as they did, there's no reason with the form that we're in that we shouldn't be pacing them too. So I'm not going to say 5 because that would just be, too cocky and too big for your boots. I am going to go Chelsea 3, Sheffield United 0. At Stamford Bridge, we march on to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and boy, the silverware comes closer and closer. I mean, here's the thing, 2012, what happened? We didn't just win the Champions League, we won the FA Cup as well. Can it be repeated? I mean, yesterday gave us a lot of hope. I think if we beat Sheffield United tomorrow, that hope is only going to increase. And the stars will probably align even further. Let's just see what happens. But I will see all of you tomorrow. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the starting 11. What would you go with? What are your score predictions? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to be here on the watch along tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along for the Chelsea-Sheffield United game. And then immediately after that, I will be giving you my match review. So make sure you're tuned in. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Link in the description. Patreon.com/YTF. And check out the YTF podcast clips channel that has also been launched. You know where to find that. Link in the description. Link up here as well. I'll see all of you tomorrow on the watch along. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.